this video, we are going to be simplifying expressions using an expression map. So here's an example of some tiles on an expression map, and we have the expression written out already. I was going to show you how we made sure to write this. So our y squared here comes from the y squared tile. Our 3x are these 3x tiles here. Negative x is this negative x tile. And then we have 5 unit tiles right here. Then we have all of our tiles that are in our negative region. And so in order to write that in our expression, we put our subtraction sign, and then everything in the negative region goes inside the parentheses. So then we have our y squared tile in the negative region. We have this x tile in the negative region. We have a y tile in the negative region. We have a negative y tile in the negative region. And we have 2 unit tiles in the negative region. So now we're going to work through making 0 pairs and doing that to simplify our expression. So one of the first ways that we could look at it is to see if you have any opposite tiles in the same region. So if I look at the positive region, I see that we have an x and a negative x. Those are opposite tiles in the same region. They make a 0 pair and can be removed from the expression map. In the negative region, I have a y and a negative y tile. Those are opposite tiles in the same region, so they can be removed from the expression map because they make a 0 pair. Another way to make a 0 pair is if you have the same tile in opposite regions. So if I look here at this expression map, I have a y squared and another y squared. Those are opposite regions, but the same tile, so they make a 0 pair and can be removed. Over here, I have an x tile in the negative region and an x tile in the positive region. They also make a 0 pair and can be removed from the expression map. And finally, I have some unit tiles. I have 2 unit tiles right here, and I have 2 unit tiles right here. They are same tiles in opposite regions, so they make a 0 pair and can also be removed from the map. What you are left with now would be your simplified expression. So if I look at what is left here, I have an x tile in the positive region and 3 unit tiles. So my simplified expression is x plus 3. All right, here's another example. Again, walking through how we write this expression. We have the 2x squared from these 2x squared tiles, 2y from these 2y tiles, and a negative y. Then in our negative region, we have 2x squared tiles. We have a negative x squared tile, 2 y tiles, and let's see, that expression should be plus 2, because for our 2 unit tiles in the negative region. All right, so let's go ahead and simplify by removing 0 pairs. So again, I'd like to start with removing opposite tiles in the same region. So there's a y and a negative y that can be removed because they make a 0 pair. And I have an x and a negative x squared tile that can be removed because they make a 0 pair. Then I look to see what tiles I have that are the same tiles but in opposite regions. So I have an x squared in the positive region and an x squared in the negative region. They can be removed because they make a 0 pair. And I have a y tile in the positive region and a y tile in the negative region. They can also be removed because they would make a 0 pair. So what I have left is my simplified expression. So when I look, I have an x squared tile in the positive region. I have a y in the negative region and 2 unit tiles in the negative region. So I can write this like this. I could write x squared And then in my negative region, I would write the y plus 2. Well, when we fully simplify things, we like to also remove that parentheses to get as simplified as possible. So another move that we can do is flip our tiles to be in the other region. So I can move this y tile here into the positive region. When I do that, this y tile would need to flip over and become a negative y tile. And you'll notice that we don't shade in our negative tiles when we are drawing our tiles, so just kind of a reminder on that. And then these 2 unit tiles would also flip up to the positive region and become negative unit tiles. We would need to flip them to their negative side. So the other way that I can write this in the more simplified way, once we get everything up into the positive region there, would be x squared, and then we have a negative y tile, so minus y, and then we would have negative 2 unit tiles. So that would be your fully simplified expression for this expression mat.